Truth. It's something we all chase, but do we really know what it is? What if something we perceive as true is just an illusion? They say that truth is dharma or duty. Truth is moksha or liberation. But what is the truth? Have you ever thought about it? I'm Krishnadas and I welcome you to my channel. So let's just begin with a simple question. That what is your truth, mine or the world's? But before we start, can you think of a simple definition of truth? No? Let me help you. There are countless definitions of truth that have evolved with our evolving intellect. For example, truth is something that relates to facts. Truth is a justified true belief. And truth is the agreement of cognition with its object. All these definitions are correct but not quite understandable by a layman, and philosophy should be made simple for a common man to practice. And here is where Indian philosophy comes to our rescue. Guys, Indian philosophy is so deeply rooted in Indians that it is the main reason why it wasn't completely destroyed by Western invasions. And Indians like to keep things simple, don't they? Now here is a simple phrase, Satyam Shashvat, that is eternal truth. Or let's just make it even simpler, that truth is something that never changes. So that brings us back to the question we started off with, that is, what is your truth or mine or the world's? If we think carefully, you, me and everything around us is constantly changing. That is Sarvam Kshanikam, or the principle of momentariness. And that would lead us to an obvious conclusion that since everything around us is constantly changing, then this perceived world is not the actual truth, nor you nor me. Shocked, right? But this is the moment we become self-aware about what the actual truth is. But wait, are there any other kinds of truths? Yes, we have our universal truth or the absolute truth, like all things eventually die. Then we have certain relative truths, like historical truth, that is, India is the land of the oldest faith system, personal truth, that is, today was a good day for me, and cultural truth, like Earth is the center of the universe. Here we can again conclude that relative truths have the tendency to change from place to place, person to person and time to time. But absolute truth is something that never changes. Therefore, we will need to slightly modify our definition of truth, that is, absolute truth is something that never changes. Now our perceived world might or might not be true, but there is an absolute truth behind it, and that is, the absolute truth of our world is to change. Isn't that ironic? Of course it is, and that's why I love this statement. But wait, do you still have a question lingering somewhere? Like, if our world is not true, then what is the actual truth? Now that is something which will require us to rise above our senses and tap into the metaphysical reality with the help of our intellect alone. Let me know in the comments if you would like to explore more about the actual truth. Thank you for being here.